We are live. What am I doing? Oh my god. Music. There we go. This is a great track from Upbeat Happy Synthwave by New Dawn. Royalty-free copyright music from White Bat Audio. Make sure you check out White Bat Audio. This track is a ripper. This is gonna wake all of us up. This track is gonna raise the vibration, and watching the graphics will also raise your vibration. We're gonna get started in a couple of minutes. Got a lot of great topics for the community today. It's gonna really raise the vibration, inform you, enlighten you, and righteous rips raise the vibration. Right? Wow. Righteous rips raise the vibration. Drip, drip, rip, and dip. Make sure you get funky with that music too. This music is a gift, a free gift from the White Bat Audio Music Library. Say God is great for this music. It's a good track. And that is our beautiful ashram that we are building here today. We are building an ashram of love and kindness. Look at that ashram. Located on an electron cloud in your heart. And I'm streaming from an office in there. So we got a power, that's the stream. That's the stream coming to you right now. I'm charging it out, and God is great. Yes, I'm a Canadian Screen Award winner and a Writers Guild of Canada Award winner. And I can show you those awards. And I'm a member of the Baba Samaharish Meditation Ashram. I am in his ashram too, so don't worry. We will destroy the ego together, as I'm doing here. What a powerful track. It's going to pick up again. Watch this. So good. Can everyone hear me okay? Can everyone hear me and the things okay? Let me know. Oh wow, look at George, Richard Matthews. Richard Matthews says God is great. George says name? Can you share your old algorithm track? Oh my god. Positive vibrations to you. George, I'll look for it. If I play it, we'll get demonetized. I know that. Chipko is here. Hello friend, says Chipko. Listen. Doing these righteous rips is my most powerful karmas, and I can't do my karmas without you, my dearest congregation. Without you, my dearest congregation. Richard Matthews, let me tell you something.
Wow, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
You're like a little buttercup of God, Richard. And guess what, Chipko?
Wow, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
That's how God sees you, Chipko. Like a little buttercup of God. And guess what, George?
Wow, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
You get one too, because that's how God sees you. That's how God sees you, like a little buttercup. Love in his heart for you. For whatever you're going through, he forgives you. Oh my God, I'm watching so many Christian pastors. They're basically loving kindness coaches. Let's get this rolling. What's up, people? How you doing? Welcome to the service. Hold on. You know, this tangent topic thing at the bottom, it is really, I got to take it off. I got to rewrite this every episode. And you know what's happening though? I got this book from Kurzgesagt, The Habit Journal. This book, oh my God. It's like a making habits journal. And it's very powerful teachings because it takes whatever bad habit you have, because we all have a mentality of like, you got to cold turkey a bad habit. You got to do, let me put it in here. Bad habits. God is great. Let's talk about some bad habits that we all might have. Drinking, pornographies. Who's watching pornographies out there? I hope nobody's watching pornographies. But whatever we have, or we're not doing our karmas regularly. Like now I've got 2 days in a row, 10 a.m. rip. And I put it in the journal that like, yes, I want to do daily rips. Daily, I will go to the market, then I will do other karmas. That's how powerful that's how I wanted to do it. But what the journal says is you have to do it in these baby increment steps and love yourself in the process. So, you know, if you see me adjusting the title, you know, it's because I'm loving the process. But this habit journal book, you got to check it out. And then the other thing I'm taking, another way that we are raising the vibration here, and let me just show you what we're trying to build here, people. Let me show you what we're trying to build here, people. Look at that. That's the ashram. We're doing a little drive-by of the ashram right there. That's the ashram gardens. You know what I'm saying? This is what when I say,
Wow, Yeah, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
When I say that to Nachama Gluck, that you're just a little buttercup of God, the reason I say that is because this is what we're building, people. A church of loving kindness, an Esharam. And guess what, SP? Guess what?
Well, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
You are, SP. Yes, for sure for you too, SP. You're just a little buttercup of God. God damn it. Don't ever forget it. But anyway, this is the ashram that we're trying to build here. We're building an ashram, and your support is helping us along that way. So make sure you are very generous in donating your likes and your subscribes. Do your karmas. Do your karmas, and make sure you are hitting the like and hitting the subscribe and telling friends that this guy's rips raise the vibration. You know what I'm saying? You gotta tell the community. Say, my Babaji is most powerful Babaji. You can say it like that. Say, my Babaji is the most powerful Babaji. You must watch him. His teaching is a very powerful Babaji. So, but we are becoming powerful day by day with the grace of the Buddha. Isn't that right? Yes, very good. Don't let me talk here even a little bit. Just cool it. Just cool it. Or you're going to get out, or I'm going to put you out of the frame. You want to stay here? Just silence. I ask you a question, you answer the question. Okay? That's it. Habit journal. Kurzgesagt. Incredible. It's beautiful inside, and it really takes you through the process of like one little addition at a time. You know what I'm saying? And these are the kinds of karmas that you got to do to become more powerful, more righteous in the rips. So thanks again, everyone, for coming. And just wanted to remind you of what we're trying to build here. And make sure you follow me on Instagram so you know when I have live shows coming up, because you want to get in-person Babaji is more vibration. But online Babaji is also most powerful vibration. This is very powerful karmas you're doing. We are in a group setting, raising the vibration, and that is basically some great karmas that we're doing. I was reminded, actually, of going to Vipassana, the Vipassana thing. And I'm going to say this. Still got it. My mom had a heart attack. Man, I just talked to people on the street yesterday before I was doing my comedy show. And I just got into a conversation with two people with dogs. I felt like I was so high vibration. The first guy, we got into a very deep conversation, very interesting, just an interesting old man. And then the next guy, he comes in, starts talking. And then within minutes, he's like, I lost my best friend last week. Man. It's got me real shook up. We just met this guy. But that shows how high my vibration is. That's what you get. You know what I'm saying? Most people hold it in. He looked like he was really worried. Like he said it too. He's like, it's really messing me up, man. He's my best friend. He died. It's got me real shook up, guys. We just met this guy. But that's still righteous. And I'm going to put that high on the righteousness scale. But it reminded me of my mom. So she has a heart attack. She had a heart attack, and she had like a stint put in. She's like out of breath now and stuff like that. So it's, it's scary. Everyone's going to die. So I do need to do my karmas and tell you about it. Tell you about the process. It's interesting. We're getting some of the best jokes are coming through now, though. I can't believe this happened. And this is crazy because when I told her that I came back from Vipassana, the silent meditation retreat, 10 days, I was like, it's free. And she was like, okay, but they asked for a donation. I was like, yeah, they asked, but they even told us, like, don't worry about the donation. He did a whole lecture on the second last day of like, don't worry about donation. You come, God is great, whatever. We're doing this for God. We don't care. We want people to we just want to raise the vibration. That's what they're saying. So I didn't make a donation. I know, I made a $50 donation or something like that. Just like a nominal, like I was like, okay, cool, just give $50. I come home, my mom's like, $50? So how it look? Still, oh my God, $50 you pay? How it look? She's giving me this. So you so too cheap, man, too cheap. This is what she's saying. Now, here's the interesting thing. She's like a king of just returning shit to Costco. She will return shit to Costco that I'm like, you're taking it too far, Ma. You're taking it too far. She buys an air conditioner, puts it in the basement. It's in the basement. The tenants, we had the three like burly Punjabi guys, maybe four burly Punjabi dudes living in the basement, They're deep frying, which is very progressive. When I see a brown guy deep frying, I'm like, that's not bad. Like, I mean, you at least you're not just completely relying on your wife. But they're deep frying in the basement. The air is just full, thick with oily, smoky. It's half the time. It's always like that. This air conditioner goes down there, okay? It's covered in so much grease from the deep frying that if any bug gets close to it, it is a hell. They're finished. The bugs, it's covered in oil and then bugs. Because the bugs just, they're like, oh, this tastes good. This tastes good. They can't leave. It's like, dude, what a nightmare. Can you imagine? That's like the equivalent. Like that's life is. It's too much suffering for these kids, for these flies, for the other life forms. Can you imagine? Like, what's the thing that you want the most in the world? Like what? I don't know. Like someone tells you like, oh, I have $1 million thing. I guess this is like a pyramid scheme. People are like, oh, you can make millions of dollars, whatever. You join the pyramid scheme. You pay the money. Now they got you. You're stuck. They know all this psychological shit about you because that's what they do. They do all these brainwash tactics. I guess it's like that. But but there's no direct thing for humans. Like there's no thing where people are holding up a sign like, hey, come in here for free computer repair right this way. And then you go and you're like, oh, thank you. And then you go in and they're like, okay, the computer's ours and now you're a slave. That's what that is. They like you come in and they immediately like just like chain you up and they're like, okay, thanks for the computer, you're a slave now. Locked up, can't get out. That's what it is. That's what these flies are going through in the basement on this air conditioner. So anyway, this air conditioner is just covered in grease and bugs. The guys move out of the basement, or they're moving out of the basement right now. My mom, without a beat, as soon as it said, it's like, okay, and she's like out of breath. She's like, well, like she's out of breath because of the stent. She, it's hard to breathe. Like there's a heart, like she had a heart attack, so they have to put a thing in to make the stent bigger. So that makes it harder to breathe. This is very important information because everyone's going to die. Sorry. But, it's good that you know stuff like this. So anyway, she's just on. Everything she tells us to do is like, come here. So, dude, the other day she goes, come here. Emmy, come here. Get the air condition. Put in box, take to Costco. I'm like, Ma. It's disgusting. You're a millionaire. Dude, she's making fun of me for not donating more money to Vipassana silent meditation retreat. Hey, you're ruining Costco. But she knows that we're going to do this argument on her. She knows we're going to drop this on her. So what she does is she's already got the comeback ready. She goes, you know what she says to me? She goes, it's not working, okay? Listen. They told me sometime air conditioner not working. Okay, you take it back. And I'm like, Mom, you're rich. Just cool it. But fortunately, so I was like, whatever, I'll do it. I put it in the box. I put it at the front. I was like, here's the receipt, whatever, right? And then I'm just telling people like, this thing is 6 years old, right? And I don't know. I just didn't do it right away. Next day I come home. I'm like, Mom, where's the air conditioner? She goes, I know you don't do it, stupid. So I told your cousin, idiot. I was like, I would have done it. She knows. She's like, I don't want to hear the fucking arguments. I don't want to hear this shit. And I remember I was like, part of me was like, Mother, you're a millionaire. That was the Canadian in me. But the hustler in me was like, Mom still got it. Gets it done. Return that shit. $600. I want it back. Checked for the credit card refund. Got it back. Even has the excuse. So you can't even hit her on righteousness because she's like, nope, they said it wasn't working. And I'm returning it. Like, it's cold-blooded. Mom still got it. It's so crazy, right? George says, must be nice having tenants in this economy. Dude, I have like 2 or 3 tenants. Baby, how do you think I live? It's so funny because like it is, I can understand why people hate landlords. Like I'm living off my I've lived, not right now, but there's been years of my life where I lived off a tenant. Like It just because they're paying the rent, and then the real estate goes up 100,000 for doing nothing. So then it just comes around time to do the mortgage, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to just pay off some debt?" I remember they told me, they're like, "Just pay off all your debt." And I was like, "Yeah, of course." Okay, cool. The thing is, still the condo still has like $200,000 left on it, which is nothing. It doesn't really hurt me in this percentage increase, but it's worth apparently like $800,000. So whenever I want, I just have this $600,000 thing just still sitting there. No, I can see why people are mad. And it's crazy because you bring this up with boomers, and boomers are like, "No, we created value in the economy. No, I worked hard for my investments and my property investments, and we created value in the society, pal." I remember I was showing this guy a sketch by this brown guy, and it was like this brown comedian in the States, and he does a sketch where he's like visiting his tenant, and he's just acting like a douchebag, like just like a dumb rich guy who's just like not doing anything to fix the house, whatever. And I remember I showed it to just a guy who owns some real estate, but he's really living. I guess he has a lot invested in his real estate, I guess. And these interest rates that happen in Canada, it's really hurting him. There's some people who own real estate in Canada, and their interest rates right now are like 80,000 a year, but the rental income is only like 40,000 a year. So they're pissed. So they're like, so I just showed him this sketch. He sees the sketch, he goes, like first he's laughing, and then he's like, that's wrong. No, okay, yeah. Dude, it's a 1-minute sketch. It's literally a 1-minute sketch of like the landlord acting like a douchebag. It's fine. There can just be a landlord douchebag. He's just like a scumbag landlord, just comes in, doesn't follow any of the rules. He's like, yeah, if you have to fix that. Like he's just being it's just like an asshole character, right? I'm showing this guy, I get it. You own a bunch of real estate. I'm showing this guy, he's like, he laughs and he's like, yeah, no. And he's like, he's just got too offended by it. That's messed up, man. That's messed up. And we're going to talk about that today when we talk about Biden. But first, I do have a very powerful karma that I want to do with you guys. And let's go to the break time while I type up what we got to do next. Oh, wait, I can't type up what we got to do next because it doesn't work like that. Okay, great. God is great. We're here. We're going to do Miller Lite ad. This is a great ad, by the way. Oh, by the way, we got a couple more people in the congregation. So let me just give you a shout out real quick before we start our first topic. Salvation Slippy.
Wow, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
We are just little buttercups for God. Donny Side.
Wow, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
Mm-hmm, just like you, baby. And Smooth Operator.
Wow, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
God bless you. I can't do this without my dearest and most loving congregation. Let me play a track, actually. This is a track called Prophet 7 by Noor A. Blanc V from the YouTube Creators Library. Say God is great for these YouTube Creators Library tracks. This is a free track that I'm allowed to use, that we can just use it and raise the vibration. Just listen to this. It's so good. And let me know if the volume is okay compared to me while I bring up our first topic. Oh yeah. It's nice and jazzy. Okay, no. Oh, damn it, it went to the wrong page. It's this one. Here's the Miller Lite ad. Let's watch it as a community because oh no, wrong one. Oh God, where is oh, this is the one I need. My bad. Unmanifest it. Remanifest. Okay, let's go. Let me turn off the music first. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? How could you do this? This is actually another story I wanted to cover today. These two maniacs. Is it rude of us? Maybe they were chased. They're basically saying that they were chased just like his mom was chased and, But let's see if we get that Miller Lite ad again.
I just heard from Issa Suarez, one of our CNN International anchors, who points out that, Harry and Meghan have...
Okay, well, God has spoken, and I guess we're going to do this topic first, okay? We got to do this topic first, I guess. Wait, Princess Di? All over again? Let's try it. I haven't written jokes for this, so don't make judgments.
Have moved to the United States. A lot of the press in Britain publicly, if you read the editorials, you know, they're down on him, right? You hear negative things being said over there about Harry and Meghan. However,
you know, I don't like this attitude that we're supposed to kiss these royals' asses for doing what? What did you do? Like, yes, you're calling out the hypocrisy and all this shit, these two, but like, you're still rich off of it. So don't expect me to kiss your ass now. That's what they want, these two dinglings. I don't like it.
What this shows is the continued insatiable appetite.
And it does seem like the West, if we're talking like right-wing conspiracy theorists, it does seem like the mainstream media is trying to brainwash us to love these two ding-dongs. What do you guys think of that? Is that a good conspiracy? That is like a right-wing conspiracy, isn't it? I'm just jazzing it on the right-wing. I don't know if it is, but it sounds like it. And what is he doing? He's like, down there in England, they're not supportive of the prince. Maybe it's because his wife is black. No. Maybe it's because it's an outdated institution that needs to be disbanded. How about that, huh? Let's continue.
For coverage, and I imagine largely in the UK, of Harry and Meghan, even as some try to turn their backs on them.
Yes, I mean, the word insatiable, exactly the right word. What kind of picture were they going to get from inside a car? I mean, just a picture of someone sitting inside a car. It doesn't seem like the most saleable picture. And yet there's this huge drama, this terrifying drama, going up, you were just talking about it, reversing down streets, pedestrians in danger, other cars in danger, all of it happening at night, just to get pictures of Harry and Meghan. They are the most valuable, I would say, the most valuable celebrity picture opportunity for British newspapers at the moment.
And what are you doing, sinner? It's so pro them. But I guess, yeah, if someone's chasing them down with a car, those are bad people.
And a lot of this is driven about how Max was saying Harry is suing the newspapers over privacy invasions, so there are even a lot of negative stories about...
Yes, he will get revenge. He says, I know what you did to my mother, and I will have revenge on it. This is what happens, man. Intergenerational trauma. This is some intergenerational trauma playing out. It's intergenerational.
And there's always negative stories about Harry, but they are now, I think, driven by the fact that there is agenda because he's suing some of the newspapers about this. And Harry and Meghan have always suffered this negative media coverage. We know that Meghan shutting the car door was seen as against protocol. When you research it, many other royal women have shut the car door. And they are, I think...
Come on, dude. We remember the controversy around her shutting the car door. We all know that a man has to shut the car door, but then she shut the car door, and that was a big controversy. Because you're talking about it.
They are, this is the thing. Even though Meghan didn't come to the coronation, even though Charles wanted it to be all about him, a lot of the coverage is about Harry. The world is fascinated with Harry, and the British press want pictures of Harry, and this is what paparazzi are doing to get them. And it is so many shades of Diana, I can't even articulate how...
So many shades of Diana. Yeah, but you're also obsessed with them. Like, why are you so deep in this dumb story? Is this a story? What's the story is that these guys think it's a story. Let's continue.
Similar it is to Diana. Harry said that the last thing Diana saw was flashbulbs. Now, some of the paramedics say that she was conscious, but still, the last thing she really did see were flashbulbs. And for Harry to think this is happening again is absolutely terrifying.
Powerful. Okay, now this is a Masked Singer ad. I need to get that Miller Lite ad. What do you guys think of it? Oh, here it is. We got it. What do you guys think of that Harry and Meghan Markle thing? I mean, is it all over again? It does sound like they kind of like they were maybe angling for it. It does seem like, let's put up our scale of righteousness before this next topic runs out. But where is the scale of righteousness? Oh, here we go. Oh, God damn it. On the scale of righteousness, I mean, you got to understand is that anytime someone's being negative, whoever is usually fighting with them, they are also someone in this negativity playing a dance. It is a dance. The media and them, like, come on. Their whole money and their prestige comes from the media. I guess it's kind of like Trump, where on the one hand, it's like, you're not supposed to, you know what I mean? Like you're on the one hand, they're like talking shit about him. But on the other hand, if you look at like how much media coverage they gave him, they needed him too. They're two dancers in one dance, two players in a game. Anyway, we'll relate that more to the scale of righteousness in the future. But right now, I do want to move on to this next topic. So let me just start playing that video, shall we? Shall we? No.
Very first to brew beer. Here's a little known fact. Women were among the very first to brew beer ever. Centuries later, how did the industry pay homage to the founding mothers of beer? They put us in bikinis. Wow.
This is great from CNN. It's like a half and half. Backlash is brewing. You see what they did? Over a 2-month-old Miller Lite commercial some critics are calling woke. It's brewing. We're brewing it up right here. The beer maker released the ad during Women's History Month.
So today, Miller Lite is on a mission to clean up not just their shit, but the whole beer industry's shit.
Comedian Ilana Glazer condemned past beer ads featuring women in bikinis.
Miller Lite has been scouring the internet for all this shit and buying it back so that he can turn it into good shit for women brewers. Literally, good shit.
The company claims it has been turning its bikini-clad marketing material into fertilizer to give to female brewers.
Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it.
The video aired before transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney posted an ad in partnership with Bud Light, which received similar backlash.
Oh, God. I hate identity politics with a passion. I really do.
Commentator Joe Rogan criticized Miller Lite ad on a recent episode of his popular podcast. They are the evil. This is the bad guy. Wow, this is like, they're like, Joe Rogan criticized it. So the whole community is against it.
Human beings made beer, okay? And some human beings look good in bikinis. It's like, what are we doing?
The video was about two things: worm poop and saying women shouldn't be forced to mud wrestle in order to sell beer. Neither of these things should be remotely controversial. Miller Lite maker Molson Coors Company spokesperson. Miller Lite maker Molson Coors. Oh, so this is Coors. Coors is doubling down. Is it Coors? No, Bud Light. There's Bud Light and there's Coors. Molson. Yeah, okay. I gotta say, like, I have a very different...
Speaker to start.
Sorry, I have a very different opinion on this, actually. Very original opinion, very righteous opinion. I actually think that women's ad that they made is, I'm going to say it's righteous, and I'll tell you why. Men are suffering two big problems right now. Not only men, the whole society. You know everyone's an alcoholic? Let me show you something. Bloody everyone is an alcoholic. Let's just take a look at it. This is Canada's guidance on alcohol. Canada's guidance on alcohol and health, right? You go down here. Key points from the guidance include 2 standard drinks or less per week. If you are likely to avoid alcohol-related consequence for yourself and others at this level. 2 a week. Man, I gotta find that video of the Canadian guy, St. Catharines, man. About 2 drinks per... Imagine we find this guy. Can we find this guy? Narcity. Here we go. This guy lost his shit, and I love it. New data suggests many alcohol. Where's the original, though? I don't want your article. Oh. CHCH, St. Catharines. Here we go. There we go.
What did you buy today?
I bought 6 Busch Light, 6 Bud Light, and I love them, tall boys.
Tall boys? How much would you drink a day?
Well, what day? Regular day, I don't know, maybe a couple
That's a great cut. Well, what day?
beers, depends. Weekends, maybe, 5 beer. 2 drinks a week.
What do you think of that?
Well, that's just not feasible, not in this country. Well, come on, man, 2 drinks a week, what's that going to do for you? I mean, that doesn't even get you through a day. A reasonable amount, if you're at home, you should be able to have like 4 beer. That's just two more. I mean, I'll have 6. But 4 is a fair number. But there shouldn't even be guidelines anyway. Why are you going to tell me?
Poor guy, lost in addiction. This is tearing our community apart, people. This and pornography. 2 things that the beer commercials sell, because the bikini is nothing but a gateway to pornographies. Destroying men. This is what will become of men. It's almost like the women are being nice and saying, hey guys, good for us, good for you. That's how you got to sell it, though, I think. On the scale of righteousness, things that are beneficially good for everyone, they are higher vibration. Whereas what those kinds of like beer drinking in general, right? It's taking you down to it's a downer. It's literally a vibration downer. It's actually classified like that. It initially gives you an up. It gives you some dopamine, not some dopamine. I think it gives you something. Same thing I think that you get from mushrooms. So literally a little capsule of mushrooms will do what 3 beers does, or 2 beers. And it doesn't have these insane negative effects. And if you want to know more about that, you should check out the Portland Psychedelic Society. I actually do a joint congregation with them once a month. And I teach a loving kindness class to their congregation once a month. And, they are an incredible organization doing events, doing teaching, doing outreach for psychedelics, responsible use of psychedelics. And I would consider it. I mean, if you feel like you have to have 4 or 5 beers a day, you got to start asking yourself questions. At what point are you like, okay, because it's just a slope into alcoholism. And you can see this guy is well into that slope, man. And I do the same thing. It's insane. Like this many drinks, he's right. It's like, what the hell is 2 drinks? If you stop drinking for a year, then 2 drinks a week might do something. You could reset yourself to that. But this is the problem with the addiction. It just keeps it more and more and more. Capitalism, advertising, more sales, more this. It's like it never ends. It's destroying the male community. And guess what? I think this guy's a great example of that. Let's continue it.
Me how much I can drink at home.
Well, I guess the idea is, would you be concerned that you're at a higher health risk if you're drinking too much?
No. That's the main point here is, why are they telling me what I can drink at home? What, can I have 2 liters of pop? Can I have 2 liters of pop? Well, what's more healthy, 4 beers or 2 liters of Coca-Cola? Do the math.
So I'm guessing
nobody's drinking too. This is so sad, because if you've ever tried to talk an alcoholic out of it, this is the exact conversation. It's just like, fuck you. I know what I'm doing. Don't tell me what to do. I'm fine. I don't have a problem. Get the hell out of my life. And how come the beer companies aren't paying for this? They should be paying for it because they're the sinners that got this all going. That's why, again, if you're interested in sacred medicines, I'm going to pull up that link actually. If you're interested in sacred medicines,
that this
check out the Portland Psychedelic Society.
It's heartbreaking, and I can't even believe it. Rock and roll! Oh, wait a minute. You can't handle the tooth.
Wow, dude. He said you can't handle the tooth. That's cute. That's fun. That's fine. I like that he has the confidence to do that. But honestly, I would suggest maybe checking out the Portland Psychedelic Society. Like I said, we do a joint congregation with them here from this ashram. From our ashram right here, we do a joint congregation with them once a month. And you can check it out. If you go to my Instagram and you join the mailing list, you can get all the info for that. So, and let me know if I look a little choppy. It looked a little choppy there for a second. Is it? I should be coming in full HD. God damn it! Channel it. Let's go to break time for a second. There we go. Change up the graphics here. Look at that drive-by. We are building a beautiful digital ashram. And once a month, I do the Portland Psychedelic Study. I do it from here. Look, if you're drinking too much, I don't know. I got to stop myself. It's hard, but that slippery slope that the guy does where he goes, well, 2 beers. No, you get 4 at least. Now, I do 6. It's the slope, dude. 2 beers? What the hell's 2 beers? You got to have at least 4. I'm doing 6. What the hell? Who are they to tell me? 10 beers or 2 liters of pop? You do the math. Come on, dude. But it is a good... He does make a good point in the sense, though, that, like, 10 beers or 2 mushroom caps. Maybe have the mushrooms. You know, that's my suggestion. Now, be responsible. Like I said, check out the Portland Psychedelic Society, see what they have to say about it. They'll give you some guidance. They'll give you some help in that regard. But you got to check this out now. This is where the Bud Light controversy has gone. And this is not righteous one bit, in my opinion. Let's watch it.
Beer. The Post implies...
Let's just watch this whole thing.
Anheuser-Busch is facing calls for a Bud Light boycott after it partnered with a transgender influencer.
There's a viral video that claims to show thousands of cans of beer being destroyed in protest. Brandon Lewis verifies that.
It's too much. It's too much, guys. This much protest because they hired a trans person. You know, the French people are burning their cities down for, you know, retirement age. Jimmy Dore was saying this. That's what you're supposed to be protesting. This Bud Light, it's too much now. And they just keep it going. This is incredible, though.
This viral TikTok with more than 3 million views claims to show someone using a steamroller to destroy pallets of Bud Light beer. The Post implies it was done this month to protest Bud Light partnering with influencer Dylan Mulvaney because she's transgender. But is that really what's happening here? Let's verify. Our sources are a reverse image search using InVid, the municipality of Mexicali, Mexico, and Armando Nieblas, a journalist in Mexico. Verify used InVid, a footage forensics tool, to search for the original video. One of the replies on the viral post led us to this video shot by Nieblas. He posted it on February 28th, several weeks before Bud Light announced their partnership. Nieblas says the video shows Mexicali government workers destroying 85,000 containers of beer, and it's not just Bud Light. On the same day, the Mexicali government posted pictures from the event. The government says they were destroying beer that was seized during the pandemic that had become a health hazard. So, no, this video does not show cans of Bud Light beer being destroyed as part of a boycott in April.
Oh, that's positive, actually. That's very positive. Okay, that's great. I'm glad I realized that with you guys. It's almost like a forgiveness. We did an in-person forgiveness here. That's very good. You know what I mean? I'm glad. Because what I thought was happening here, I just saw this part of it, and I was like, that's great footage of people not being righteous. But it turns out, yeah, it was just old beer that was... The Bud Light people just took the footage, and they're like, this is how much we hate. No, but there's been some footage. Like the grocery store guy. Okay, wait. Bud Light... grocery store trashing viral video? How do you find videos? Is it boycotting Bud Light? Is this it? Restaurant takes Budweiser Bud Light off the menu. Is it this one? No. This is it. Wow, I found it. Come on, brother. There's no reason for this, brother. There's no reason to do this, brother. Oh, no. Excuse me. Hey. Hey. There's no reason for this, brother. You know, the community's broken. The culture's too divided, and, you know, you just can't even talk. You can't get into it with anyone. Oh, my God.
That's why he's destroying the Bush Light. He's destroying the Bush Light, dude.
Oh, okay, well, they arrested him.
Woo!
Oh, man. No, it's not good for the community. It's not good for the community. And that's why I strongly suggest go to Portland Psychedelic Society, see what they got, see how they can help you. And like I said, once a month, we're doing a joint congregation. Join my mailing list and you can find out about that. And details on that is at my Instagram page. So if you go to my Instagram page, man, I got to make sure all these links are in the comment section. So we'll do that. One small step every day. One small step every day. But if you go to the page here, you can see right here. No, right here. There's a link to the MailChimp thing, and you click on that, and God is great. And if you go down here, you can see a flyer for May 31st. Got a comedy show coming up. All the best brown comedians in the city on the show. That's it. And check it out. Great comics. You're going to love it. May 31st. It's part of the Desi Fest Music Festival. This year they're trying out a comedy night. And yeah, great comics. You know, and unlike those other brown comedy shows, we're not going to attack you. You know what I mean? We're not going to attack you. We're not going to say racist things about your culture. Nothing. It's going to be just all fun, silly times, funny jokes, beautiful bringing of the community together. You know what I'm saying? The festival owner actually is very... I went to see... He did an open mic like last week, and I went to see him, and I was like, this guy is living a righteous life. His name is Satish Bala. He runs the Desi Fest Music Festival once a year in Toronto. His full-time job is running a music festival, and then he has like a kids school. And he's a great guy. He's like an online app that's like a kids school, which is one of those projects that looks like it could be a grind, but it also looks like it could get like billions of dollars in government subsidies and funding, and who knows? Not billions, but like a lot of money. So I don't know. But also, you know, anytime you do things for kids, there's a big markup on that. So anyway, make sure you check out that show. Great, and the festival, man. Desi Fest Desi Fest Music Festival. It's pretty sick. They take over the Dundas Square, basically the Times Square of Toronto. They take the whole thing over and they turn it into like a brown music festival for one weekend in the summer. So check him out. Good guy. You're gonna love it. We got a comedy show May 31st. Get your tickets, and you can find all that at my Instagram page. And okay, I don't need you guys seeing what the hell my searching criterias are. But, you know, let me play a little track for you guys while we take a break. Here we go. This is Quandrine Dream by Noir A. Blanc V. And you're listening to the Drip, 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 Rip and Dip. Live on YouTube. Let's get the window capture. Take a little break, people. Make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe. There we go. There we go. Wow, look at all the comments. Look at you guys doing good karmas for the culture, for the community. I said you're doing good karmas for the culture, for the community. Make sure you're hitting the like, hitting the subscribe. I'm just gonna check up on something for our next topic, which is the Hunter, which is why the Democrats are losing. Yeah, very powerful karmas here, people. Very powerful karmas. But listen, Tony S., let me tell you something.
Wow, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
And that's the truth. Osneal, 2 days in a row. Guess what?
Wow, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
You're just a little buttercup. That's what you are in the eyes of God, Osneal too. Hey, Rogue Nerd, guess what?
Wow, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
That's how God sees you. That's how God sees you. Thanks for coming, everyone. I do appreciate you. Without you, then what am I? I'm just shouting into the void. But with this congregation, with you, we are a congregation. So thank you. And, you know, listen to the music and look at that beautiful ashram that we are building. We are building a beautiful ashram right there. So and that's what you're helping to support. Make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe. And like I said, I'll be back in just a jiffy, okay? And let me unmanifest myself. Unmanifest it. Talk to each other. Love each other in the community. That's it. You can love each other. Say hi. Tony, say hi to Rogue Nerd. Tony S. Tony S says, I'm liking what you preach. Well, guess what, brother? We're just out here raising the vibration, brother. That's it. We're just trying to raise the vibration. We're just trying to say things that I think will be good for the culture, good for the community. That's it. That's what I do. I live a little bit of life and I say, what does the culture need? And I will create pontifications around it. And that's what we're doing here at this Church of Loving Kindness. more and more pontifications on love, the loving philosophy. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna use the scale of righteousness in the next topic, but I do need to grab some stuff. Give me a second.
That's why I had so damn...
You're listening to Longest Run by Noir A. Blanc V, right here on the Drip, Rip and Dip on YouTube, raising the vibration daily, 10 a.m. Let's see if I can do this tomorrow morning again. Thank you all for coming. And guess what?
Well, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
Each and every one of you is a buttercup in the eyes of God. Don't forget it.
We're in a break now from the press.
Sorry. Let's see. We got that. Make sure you talk to each other in the community and let me know how the music is with my voice. Don't let me peek, babies. Don't let me peek. If something's hurting your ears, if it hurts your ears a little bit, say, Babaji, the volume's not quite right on that. Can you improve it? And that's how we're making one step that's how we move one step closer to God. That's all we can do, y'all. That's all we can do. That's why I got this habit journal from Kurzgesagt. By the way, check out the Kurzgesagt habit journal. The video is banging. And then the habit journal, it's so beautiful. And then also, I do got to tell you, I joined a cult class. I joined like a cult building class. It's a free class. I got to tell you about that. Because we are building an anti-cult cult. We want to fight against brainwashing, cultural grifts, negativity, and all the things that are lowering the vibration out in the culture, out in the community. We want to fight against all those things here at the Drip. So that's what we're trying to build here with this digital ashram, this anti-cult cult. Rogue Nerd says, sound is good. Thank you so much. Tony S says, Amish, my uncle was Hindu, passed away a couple of years ago. He would see a guru and pray for a boy. 5 girls later, he gave up. Was he scammed by the guru? Tony S. Yeah, well, that's a very good question, Tony. And you know what? I can speak so much on that, brother. I can speak volumes on that. Because let me tell you something, Tony S. My own family did the same thing. Okay? My family is one of these pray for a boy families. And they prayed for me. And let me tell you something. I'm not doing shit for them. I don't have kids. My sisters are married. They have kids. Because they treated them like second-class citizens. Because here's the thing with a brown family. In a white family, if they have a bunch of kids and then they have you, you're probably a mistake. But in a brown family, every girl before the boy is a mistake. And every girl after a boy, I mean, if you're rich, fine. But they have this mentality. And what it does, and let me just tell you, it's a very low vibration. It's a very negative thinking. And it's tearing the entire society apart. And all these cultural grifts do that. It's bad for the entire culture on so many levels to be, to be so attacking of the women. You have to be supportive of them. That's why I'm saying this Miller Lite ad that came out that we just saw, it's actually great for the culture. The men are a bunch of alcoholics and the women are trying to say, hey guys, You're being a perv. Let's aim a little higher here. You know what I mean? And for beer, it's like, it's true. It's like beer commercials lead us to pornography and they lead us to objectification. It's a waste of time. Drinking the beer, everything, I think. And I drink beer sometimes, but I don't, I gotta stop. But anyway, this whole thing of like, we gotta get the daughter. Yeah, it really is like, it's really bad for the entire culture because like the other thing that we were talking about, like the beer, you know, like these people fighting for beer, they're fighting for their own demise. So all these people in India that are fighting for like, I gotta have a son, they're building a culture that is its own demise. It's a negative, and this is the problem with this whole thing, is that you basically have to get into a place where you look at it as like, hold on. If you look at it on the scale of righteousness, I wish I could show you my arrow on here, but if you look at it on the scale of righteousness, what happens here is that all those negative things that we're doing, where we're trying to, you know, oppress another group in some way, whether it's women or, you know, we have this favoritism towards guys. What it does is it's based on a fear and it's based on a shame. So it's basically, it's generally a low vibration behavior. I'm pointing down here. You guys can't see the arrow, so I'll just point with my hand. I'm pointing down here at the bottom. So it's a low vibration behavior. And the way that the vibrational chart works is that basically at all times, you have 1,000 kilojoules of love and light coming in, and then it goes into you, and then depending on what kind of mood you're in, you're getting more or less, you are more or less enlightened. And it's a very similar to light and dark, where light is a real thing, that's the energy source, and then darkness is actually an absence of that energy source. So a lot of times what happens is, you know, and this is what they say, a lot of spiritual teachers, they say there is no evil, only ignorance. I know a lot of people think that's crazy, and it's like they just disagree with it so much, but it's an interesting thought because, let me just call this righteousness. It's an interesting thought because basically, or I should just say scale of righteousness, because basically people do the opposite of what would help them. So let's just say in the case of this, like we want girls only, right? It's coming from a place of fear and shame and even guilt. Like I know my dad, it's like, and not even my dad, but like other men, when they keep having daughters trying to have the son, they lose their spunk. Well, they're spunking it into the wife all day. Because I know this guy who had 9 daughters and then a son. 9 daughters. And then the son, 100% guaranteed gay. Always gay. Higher likelihood after all the girls. So what happens is that because he's in this negative place, his entire life of down here, a negative place down here, he's not really seeing what reality is. He's actually inside of a game inside of the game that he has chosen for himself on some level. And it's a game of like, I'm not good enough until I have a son. And it's a foolish game. You're not appreciating the girls. You're creating a society where they've done so much female infanticide. They've killed more baby girls in India and China in the last like 34 years than all the people that died in World War I and II combined. Something like that. It's something like that. It's really bad. And so, yeah, anyone who is low in consciousness, they're creating a negative world around them that it is almost like you're brainwashing yourself. You know, so they've brainwashed themselves to think that it's a good idea to go for the boys and not the girls. And it's that thing itself is actually creating all their problems because it comes from this negative place. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? These kind of esoteric chats can feel rambly at times. I do understand that. If you want to learn more, though, about loving kindness, make sure you join my mailing list, and I will be teaching that class. I'm going to be teaching it right here from the Church of Loving Kindness, the digital ashram, the anti-cult cult, the ACC center right there. The anti-cult cult cultural center is right there, and we are building it, and that's the kind of stuff that we want to get out into the community. But you know what? Let's do our last topic of the day. Oh my God, it's already 11 o'clock. Okay, cool. Let's do our last topic. Biden. Oh wait, why Biden? Why Biden is losing? not age. I'll tell you that. It is, even in the case of Biden losing, it is like a righteousness blind spot, you could say. It's a blind spot in righteousness. That's what you could say about the Hindus. That's what you could say about the beer drinkers. They have a blind spot in their righteousness. They're making a mistake. They're not really seeing the world clearly. If you're smashing the cans at the store, there's a belief system issue at play here. That you felt like, I got to go to the store today. I got to smash these beer cans. I got to let the community know. I got to let the culture know. And the crazy thing is, they think they're righteous. The bottom people always think they're righteous. That's another thing. But righteousness is just loving yourself and loving life. It's crazy. It's totally different from what we're taught in school. But let's get into why Biden is losing. Let's first talk about, I had a couple of points I wanted to make on this. Let's take that off. And let's play our first video. See, this is that people freaking out that he did the town hall. Let's watch it. Sorry, that Trump did the town hall. So this is something that happened like last week. Donald Trump did a town hall at CNN. CNN is getting all this backlash from people saying, how could you do this? This is not righteous. You put Trump on a platform, and how can you do it? It is not righteous. So let's just play a little bit of that. There we go, and there we go. Oh, did I like that? Oops.
Presidential town hall with CNN, Caitlin Collins, and whatever the they thought they were going to get out of this, they instead have set a match to democracy once again.
I saw a bad stand-up comedian with a bunch of people in his cult who love him. And that is not American, as far as I'm concerned. That is not American.
And I think we needed a Chiron. This is a lie. This is a lie. This is a lie. This is a lie.
I think it was a profoundly irresponsible decision. I don't think that I would be doing my job if I did not say that.
He declared war on the truth, and I'm not sure that he didn't win.
We're in a break now from the presidential town hall.
So just so you know, apparently this guy's like a con artist. Allegedly. This is the guy who owns the Lincoln Project. He's full-time attacking Trump. See, the problem is, and I'll tell you where the righteousness is lacking here. The problem here is that the entire part, like all they do is just fight with Trump. It's like, just live your life, man. You say something. Say what you're going to do. But this whole cover-up attitude, it's just, listen, you know what it is? The cover-up attitude, and this goes from the top of the organization all the way down to the bottom. This is the kind of brainwash I'm seeing in people. I'm seeing it in real time. People that I know in Canada, they're not even American. And if you have a conversation with them, just like a regular dude, I remember we were talking, right? We're hanging out, we're talking. It's just 4 dudes talking, right? So 4 dudes talking. 3 of us are just talking. Trump comes up, so we're just talking about Trump. So we're just talking about it. Not Trump supporters. Just comes up, just casual, chit-chatty conversation. You know me, I'm righteous. I teach a class. I mean, I'm a spiritual teacher. So it's not like I'm not righteous over here, right? We're just talking, we're shooting the shit. I don't even remember what we were saying. I think we were just talking about what a scumbag, like some scumbag thing that Trump did. So there's 3 of us talking about it. The 4th guy, he's looking at us like, oh my God. Oh God. Oh, they're talking about Trump. And then this is what he does. He goes, oh God, they're talking about Trump again. What are we doing? You know, Trump did a Muslim ban. He's a real bad guy. Like some kind of he was like hall monitoring us. But we weren't even pro-Trump. That's the crazy thing. He's not even listening to hear that, like, we're just talking about what a scumbag he is. He just goes into it's almost like a brainwash that's in the top, I think, of the party, and it goes all the way through. And look, again, I'm not a Trump supporter, but I'm saying, like, you're not going to get people on your side with this kind of hall monitorism. And I'm here to say, stop your hall monitorism. Hall monitorism is not healthy for the culture. It's a big turnoff. That's the biggest issue. I do appreciate these people. We should forgive them because in their hearts, they're being righteous and they are fighting for truth and fighting for whatever. But it's all so gross. You know what I mean? Like, you can feel it. as you watch these, let's watch these people. Because as you watch them, even though technically they might be saying something from a place of righteousness, it's got a very low vibration. Let's hear it.
With CNN, Caitlin Collins, and whatever the they thought they were going to get out of this, they instead...
It's like those two 20-year-olds. Have you guys seen those two 20-year-olds that are like, don't talk about other candidates. You better vote for Biden. You have to vote for it. Like, they're just screaming. It's not good. It's not helping. I mean, I get it. You're trying to be righteous. You think I have to do it. It's righteous. I have to do it. Let's
have set a match to democracy once again.
I saw a bad stand-up comedian with a bunch of people in his cult who love him. And that is not American as far as I'm concerned.
That is, as a Canadian, that's America. It is America. Trump is America. Sorry. It's still like 50-50. I think he's beating Biden right now in the polls. So why, again, you're acting on delusion. This whole attitude, it relies on being delusional, pretending that something's not there. And it's the same thing that happened before the 2016 election. All these people, because remember the 2016 election, and they keep making the same mistake over and over again. This attitude of like, we have to cancel him. We have to cancel. Just, don't look at him. Don't, oh, God. Oh, my God. I swear to God, this guy, oh, God. He looked like he was having a heart attack. He's like, oh, my God. Oh, they're talking about Trump. Oh, here we go. Oh, God. Trump did a Muslim ban. So he's a bad guy.
That is not American.
And I think we needed a Chiron. This is a lie. This is a lie. This is a lie.
You don't need a Chiron. We all know he's full of shit. Maybe his supporters don't know. But at the same time, I mean, she did push back on him on everything. In that sense, I thought she did a good job. Did you guys see the debate, the town hall? It basically turned into a debate. But if you see the Trump town hall on CNN, it's like, I thought she was unreasonably hard on him. Like, just from a strictly, like, but again, the thing is with these type of Democrats is that they're so deep in that in their minds, like, oh, yeah, how could you put him on TV? Oh, God, it's false. It's false. It's like, they got to put giant words over his face. Every time he opens his mouth, put giant words. It's like, you guys got rich over this. You made him, you know what I mean? It's like, pretty soon, they're going to have to cover him, and then this is all just going to be gone. Nobody's going to care.
This is a lie.
I think it was a profoundly irresponsible decision. I don't think that I would be doing my job if I did not say that.
He declared war on the truth, and I'm not sure that he didn't win.
We're in a break.
It's weird. You know what I mean? It is very mass hypnosis type of thinking. What do you guys think? You guys think it's mass hypnosis? It feels like that because basically the way the caste system works, and there is a caste system in America, and these are the things that really we are uniquely qualified to tell you about. But there is a caste system in America. How come it? No. Oh. There is a caste system in America, and the way that the caste system works in America is just like the Hindu one. You have the politicians and the priests at the top. That's the top two always. That's always the caste system. Politicians or king, queen, royalty, and oligarchs, and the media. Those are the top two. And just like in Hinduism, the media is called the pundits. It's interesting. That's almost like, God. Why are the Americans calling them pundits? Because that's God saying it's a caste system. That's God channeling in saying, this is a caste system. You guys got a caste system right here. They're the pundits. And then the other people are the warrior class, top business. Because if you think about it, you do have to be a warrior. Like, you have to be like a killer to be a top business person or to be in politics. You have to be basically a sociopath. You know what I mean? So that's the other problem with this whole thing. Like, the idea that like, oh, he's so bad. But who's your guy? Biden? This is how brainwashed people are. I was talking to someone about Biden. And this is a Canadian. He's not even an American citizen. He's Canadian. And he's just he's like, oh, God. Biden, yeah, we were talking about, what were we talking about? We're talking about Biden. Oh, Biden's crime bill. This guy's saying like, the Republicans are racist. You know that, right? I mean, Donald Trump did a Muslim ban. He's racist. So like, come on. So I was telling him like, okay, just not that I like Trump, but I was just saying like, Biden has this really repressive crime bill, put a lot of black people in jail. And this guy, he goes, and this is supposed to be a liberal person, born and raised in Canada, a liberal person. He goes, black people are just violent, okay? That's all you could. He had to lock him up. Like, that's how much he wants to defend him. Then he goes, black people are just violent. He whispered it. So that means there is righteousness in him. Some part of inside knows that what he's saying is wrong, wrong, wrong. I don't care for these ridiculous arguments. Black people are more violent? Stop. You're being a hick. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And I've seen the stupid arguments. It's always arguments that don't take into account history at all. They never want to take history into account and just admit like whatever problems regardless. Okay, we're not doing that. It's low on righteousness. I'll look at it. If you have a good study that shows black people are more violent, I'll look at it, sure. But if you're just popping it off as a way to defend Biden, it's unacceptable. End of story. I'll tell you another thing that happened. This is pure brainwash. I swear to God, this guy, I'm just talking about RFK Jr., and I swear I could hear this. I'm talking about RFK Jr. This is just a dude. He's just a random dude. But the Democrat brainwash is so deep. So he's just a dude, Canada. Not involved really. And I'm just talking about RFK Jr. Again, I'm not saying I love RFK Jr. because RFK Jr. is a competitor to Joe Biden. RFK Jr. wants to run against Joe Biden in the primaries. I just bring him up. And you know what I said? I think I said, man, I hope he doesn't get shot like his dad. That's all I said. I said, I hope he doesn't get shot like his dad. But this guy, so deep in, that as soon as he heard RFK Jr., he was just talking about shit, just talking shit, whatever. As soon as he heard RFK Jr., he's like, RFK Jr. is out of the race. He is not serious contender. Do not talk about RFK Jr. RFK Jr. out of the race. Biden 2024. Yeah, you want to split a hooker? That's the kind of guy he was. He's not even like, he's just a dude. That's how deep the brainwashing goes from these people. They brainwashed a guy. He's just a dude. He's just like a get a hooker kind of guy. He's just a kind of guy that can talk to you for an hour about like how to start a porn business. Where he'll just be like, you know, I've looked into it and okay, it's really not that hard. All you got to do, you get the camera phone's fine. First of all, really the entire thing is just getting the girls. The whole business works. If you know any investors, I actually know a guy who could do that. Like that's the kind of guy he is. So it's not like he's some paragon of morality here. He's just a regular dude, right? But the brain, like I just brought up that this Biden competitor, just brought him up. Just like, man, I hope he doesn't get shot like his daddy and his daddy's brother. RFK is not in the race. RFK is out of the race. Do not talk about RFK going forward. RFK is finished. He does not exist. He is not to be taken seriously. His own family doesn't love him. Biden 2024. Biden 2024. Yo, I'll pay for the hooker. I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it. You go second. Whatever, I'll go second. Fuck it, dude. Let's get a hooker. What? That's the kind of... I'm just saying, that's how deep the brainwash goes. He's just a dude. And he's that brainwashed. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk to the congregation, shall we? Actually, I think I'm going to call this congregation mode. Right? Because we see the church that we are building and we talk to the people that are here in the community. He on that adult Ritalin script. Porn business is high vibrations, literally. George, this guy is like, he's seriously talking to me about getting into porn. Like he's trying to convince me. He's like, dude, you have all the equipment, you got everything here, everything's ready to go. Like he regularly tries to talk me into it, but then the guy's also like, I'm not saying I would expect him to be a Trump supporter. Is all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Just from the stereotypes that are out there. But hey EM, guess what?
Well, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
You are just a little buttercup of God. That's how God sees you. P. Morton didn't see you there. Well, guess what, P. Morton?
Well, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
Yes, you are, Rogue Nerd. I already told you what you are. You know who you are, Rogue Nerd. Thanks, everyone, for coming. I do appreciate you. Oh, Digital Marketing Solutions is here. Digital Marketing Solution. Guess what?
Well, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
Are you just a little buttercup coming into the congregation today? Aren't you? You're just a little sweet little buttercup. EM, we got him. Okay, Hype Factory. Oh my God, Hype Factory. Excuse me.
Well, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
Yes, you are coming into the congregation, coming in to join us to raise the vibration. How do you guys feel about that? How do you guys feel about the righteousness of that rip? Is it? Do you see the righteousness that I'm referring to? Let me just show you the scale of. I don't have the scale of righteousness in this mode. Let me go to the scale of righteousness. Okay, look. Scale of righteousness dictates that if any kind of hiding is a lower vibration activity, so any kind of cover-upping this is why I think Biden's losing, honestly. He's losing in every poll, and Trump's making a comeback in real numbers. And I just feel like you're doing the opposite thing of what would get people on your side. Because if your whole strategy is just brainwash them out, just brainwash them, just overpower them. Like, dude, how could you just pretend that RFK Jr. is not in the race? That's fucking weird, man. That's creepy shit, dude. Like, you're just with a friend. Are you lying to me? It's just dudes talking, right? Same thing with Trump. If you bring up something that, same thing, Hunter Biden. What good is it doing anyone in the society to say, oh no, Hunter Biden? This guy's like, hey man, everyone goes through mental health issues. He's having mental health and drug issues. Okay, just leave the guy alone. All the way up and down the Democratic Party. And what does it do to Hunter Biden? It makes his mind rotten. It makes his mind rotten. Now his mind is rotten. Drugs and prostitute and bikini and chocolate and cocaine and crack cocaine and all drugs and mind is rotten. Why? Because you Democrats, you cover for him, didn't you? Instead of saying this man needs help, right? Because if you said this man needs help, then guess what? You're living in light. You're living in truth. Higher in the vibration means more light, means more truth. You have more light on what is real. And the thing about that energy is that apparently it's a self-healing, it's an auto-healing energy. Hold on. It's an automatic healing energy. So that putting that light of awareness on things, whether it's Hunter Biden laptop, Trump, this, that, anything, the light of awareness itself is what cleanses. It automatically heals. It is a healing energy that makes you alive, that makes us all alive. Because we are all one. And so his messages would look more foolish if these people weren't attacking it all the time. But now what's happening is because he has gone down and polarized the culture down here, and now those people, instead of fighting with love and light, they're fighting with darkness. They're saying, cover it up. Don't tell anyone. Oh, he's a sinner. You're not allowed to talk about that sinner. And in my opinion, that creates a darkness, and that's low righteousness, you know. And look, we got the numbers to back it up. There's no other pundit in the community, people. Which other pundit in this community is certified from Harvard and putting up the numbers on righteousness? Who's putting up the numbers? Nobody. And that's why you gotta hit the like, hit the subscribe, and support this digital ashram. We're listening to Finistlick by Noir et Blanc V from the YouTube library. Drip, drip, rip and dip. Right here on YouTube. Raising the vibrations with Powerful Pontifications. Oh, that's a good slogan. Raising the vibration, Powerful Pontifications. Hey, Rogue Nerd. Hey, EM. Hey, George. Hey, everybody. That's it. We're going to break time now. We're going to break. You know what? There is no break time. We don't take breaks. We speak. We sit with the congregation. This is going to be a permanent setup now. Look how nice this looks. You know, and you know, I was having a very, like I was telling you off the top, I was having a very perfectionist attitude about all of this, and I wasn't doing that many episodes, and I wasn't coming in and really, I didn't feel like I was really connecting with you and talking to you. But now that I've told each and every one of you, well, guess what? Guess what, everybody?
Wow, we're just a little buttercup,
We're just a
aren't we?
little buttercup. God's looking at this congregation and saying, well, they're just a little buttercup. But I got the habit journal, and it's all about small habits at a time. And it's been like a week and a half, and it's building into a chunky ass little habit. You know what I'm saying? It is just like going to the gym. Habit muscles, exercise through the book. Very powerful. If you can see this, you can't really see it, but beautiful art. Look, that says finding your own path. The artwork is banger, dude. how to actually reach goals. I don't know if you all can see that, but it's just beautiful artwork. It's a fantastic artwork. Go and get it. This page says, go and get it. Beautiful book. It is making our karmas most righteous. But I do want to show you another thing that I'm doing, because this is very much related to the anti-cult portion of us. So this is the kind of thing that Steven's gonna make fun of me for doing this, but it's so funny that I'm in this class. Just coming from where we're coming from in this channel, the fact that we work with Steven, he's always calling out these con artists, whatever. But honestly, listen, this is the class that I'm in. It's called full-time. No, I can't. I hit the wrong one. Remove that. Here we go. Here we go. This is called the Conscious Business Accelerator. And this is a program for basically building up a congregation. It's a program for building a congregation, and it's with these three guys. Conscious Business Accelerator. Private group. I shouldn't even be showing you this, guys. I can't believe I'm showing this on my public thing. But this class is fucking incredible. Look at this. This is just week 1 modules. So far, we haven't really talked about like how to actually write anything. It's all just been, but it is how to write something, because as a writer, you are a channeler of art, like dancing, like, because painting, there's a separation of art, but really, no, all arts are channeled from God, apparently. That's the teachings of loving kindness. And these guys have created a program for building an online congregation. Out of your fans on YouTube. Building our congregation. So this is another thing that we're doing to build our congregation. And this one's the mastering the mindset, transforming. This is like transforming language. I'm going to do this exercise actually after we get off the call. But powerful class. I got to show you the main guy on it. I've been watching this guy for years. And let me just tell you, this guy, Aaron Dowdy, I mean... Again, you're going to make fun of me because...
The less attached you...
Raise your vibration, transform your... Hold on. What a sweetheart. Look at him. He is like such a hippie. Dude, you can't say that he is not full of Ananda. He is full of Ananda. You cannot say he's not full of Ananda. He is full... My Babaji is very powerful Babajis. Filled with Ananda. Look at his Ananda. It is on his face. Dude, that's so good. That's like, do you know how many Hindu gurus? Oh, there's a Hindu guru in Canada that I got to go meet, actually. He wants me to come see him. But there's a Hindu guru in Canada he's just like, his name is Advaita. His Holiness, Sri Swami. This is the guy. This guy, amazing, dude. How do I get like some good pictures? Images, maybe. That's him, man. Happy, joyful all the time. I saw him and he just kept laughing. He didn't even say any jokes, which I kind of find a little weird when they don't even do jokes and they just laugh. It's a little bit like, hey man, I'm a comedian. Like I'm over here writing jokes and you're just gonna laugh. But that is what they're trying to reduce your judgments. So anyway, I'm in this guy's class. This is the guy, but it's him, the other two guys, and they made this class. It's free. By the way, I recommend, honestly, if you're trying to make a online community, I do recommend him. But I also, be careful because it is all the signs of a cult leader. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys are really selling the big money in meditation, big bucks. Look at this. We are source energy. You are the one. Magnetic, easy AF. Magnetic equals easy AF. 38 minutes, dude. I would watch these videos right now, but I am in his class, so I should just watch those videos. Dating red flags. Okay, walk away magic. I feel like now that he's famous, he puts his own, this is the trajectory. Now that he's famous, he puts his own face on all the thumbnails. But if you go to his early ones, it was just, the thumbnails were banger. Wow, what a great, he really is like, this guy started 5 years ago, and he really did make quite a following for himself. Look at this thumbnail evolution. He's gone through like 5 different thumbnail evolutions. But I remember before the pandemic, I did his parallel universe meditation. And he says in the meditation, he's like, listen, if you're having problems in life, if you think things aren't going the way you want them to go, not your fault, you might just be in the wrong universe. So you do the meditation. In the middle of the meditation, bing, bang, puts you in the right universe. But then he has a warning. He's like, listen, if you're not ready for the bitches, if you're not ready for the mansions, if you're not ready for a new Lamborghini, a Bugatti, if you're not ready, then don't do the meditation. But I was ready because I had just done my Buddhism class at Harvard, X online university. It was just as you know, things were ramping up. So I did the meditation. Of course, I do have the power to hold that meditation. And crazy story, 2 days after I did the meditation, guess what? Canadian Screen Award. Bing, bang, God is great. 2 days later, I got that. I think because I got that, I think I got the Writers Guild Award. It's basically like they apply for all the awards, you know what I'm saying? It's for the kids' TV show that I wrote. Anyway, 2 days after I did the parallel universe, now I owe my Babaji. Now I have to pay back my Babaji. But also 2 days after that, COVID hit. You know what I mean? But I love you guys so much that I didn't go back to my original universe. I said, you know what? I'm going to stay in this universe. Was it for the awards? Did I stay here for the Canadian Screen Award and the Writers Guild Award? Did I stay here for that? Well, maybe on some level, yes. But also I stay here for you. Because guess what?
Well, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
You're just my little buttercup. I'm God's buttercup, and God's looking at me like a little buttercup, and then I'm looking at you like a little buttercup. It's a chain. That's how you do the higher self meditation. It's always double-sided. That's actually, if you're living in love and light, everyone's buttercup. Anyway, this guy's got some banger meditations. I highly recommend. Check him out. And you know what? He's so big now. Like, his prices are reasonable. He's a very sweet guy. I remember back then he would have like a $20 course, $50 course, but he's teaching meditation. You know what I'm saying? He's teaching meditation. And now he put out this free class. It's called School. Come on. This class. And it has been incredible. I'm just in the first week of it. But what you're seeing me do right now, the upgrades, they didn't give me these ideas. No. They didn't give me these ideas. You know, but they definitely gave me a burst of energy. I got a burst of energy in me, and I'm ripping righteously I'm going to go for should I just go for every day? I should just go for every day and try to have it set up in a way that the most banger things happening in the society are what we're talking about. And everything is, what's the righteousness? You know what I'm saying? That's the bit. It's a bit from God, you could say. It's a bit from God. Week 1, very exciting. It is week 1. And I've been telling myself, like, do I want to do the weekends or do I want to do weekdays only on the 10 a.m.? But I think we're moving towards a schedule with this podcast. So that means daily 10 a.m. And we really talk about the culture and the community in a way that, of course, is helpful for the people and makes you want to tell your friends and say, you got to listen to my Babaji. My Babaji is so righteous. My Babaji said I'm his little buttercup, and you can be his little buttercup too. You gotta see my Babaji. Listen to this track, dude. How banger is this track? Rogue Nerd says, oh, you wrote a kid show. I love kid shows. Yeah, and I'm going to be acting. I'm writing an episode right now. I'm going to be acting in it. It's called Dino Dana, and now it's going to be called Dino Dex. But I basically play the dad in Dino Dana. You know what? Let's pull up some footage from that. Topics, people. Everything's a topic. Everything's a topic. We got 12 people plus infinity in the congregation. Okay, there it is. Okay, yeah. What? Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah. What? Let me show you something. Let's bring a video view in here because why are we separating all these views? Maybe we should do a video. Excuse me. You know, and this is why you gotta give generously with your thumbs ups and your subscribes and let the community know that you are loving this channel right here. Which other Babaji in the game is acting on children's television? Let me show you something here. That's my daughter on the show. That's the dinosaurs. But this is like 5-10 years. That's me. That's who's that? Oh, Babaji, Babaji, Babaji. That's Babaji. That's Babaji. Babaji on TV. Oh my God, I didn't tell you to do that. Babaji, powerful karma, powerful karma. Yeah. I mean, they're really the stars of the show. I'm not in it. Like, I mean, they legally have to put me in every episode. It's crazy, but no. Yeah, they gotta put me in every episode, but no, they have to put me or the mom in every episode. But no, we play good parts in it. We're very good parents. I was talking to the director actually recently, and we were just talking about like how our dads didn't do shit. And on the TV show, it's like, dude, it's full-time activities, dude. This dad's got basically 2 jobs. He has his job, and then he's playing with the kids, working with the kids. The kid says, I need a dinosaur. Dinosaur's coming here, doing this, doing that. The dad's like, let's go. Yeah. That's what that scene was. She's coming to me and saying, Dad, the dinosaur, it's too high to do this, and it's too low to do this, and I can't get the thing. And I'm like, yes, okay, we'll build you something. That's where you should be calculating. We will build it. That's a love robot, not a hate robot. Thanks for watching. I think tomorrow morning we're going to try out 10 a.m. But tomorrow I do have a concert. And I did tell myself I'd do this weekdays 10 a.m. So maybe we'll be back next week. And make sure you, again, follow me on Instagram @FadeToBrown and send me clip ideas. We want clips that rip. You know what I'm saying? Clips that rip and they give an opportunity to pontificate righteously and let the community know what is going on. So if you have any clips like that, anything crazy happen, any Gurujis acting up, you let me know. You let Babaji know. This Guruji's a sinner, Babaji. And I'll get him. You have a daughter? Damn, I thought you were 25 to 27. It's not my daughter. It's my daughter on TV. And you thought I was 25, 27? Hey, George, guess what?
Well, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
Stop it. But say more. Dude, I'm 42, baby. I'm 42, but look how good I look. That's the power of love and kindness, people. That's the power of love and kindness. Thanks everyone for coming, though. I appreciate you. Nachama Glock. Nachama can tell you. Great meditations. But follow me on Instagram, and you can join the meditate. There's a meditation link there. There should be a meditation link in the comments, so I'll make sure it's in there now. And like I said, once a month, we're joint congregation with the Portland Psychedelic Society. Check out that one. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, that's our episode. Keep your vibration high. Let me just show you the vibration chart one more time because I do want to make sure you have a sense of this. Hold on. Take that on, take that off. This is the scale of righteousness. Make sure you're living in love. Make sure you're living in love. Make sure you're living in joy, in peace. Because when you're up here, you're going to get full energies coming in, channeling out. And look, I hope we raise the vibration for each other and for the community. I'll see you on Monday probably. Or Sunday if you want to come to meditation. Or Saturday if you're at Electric Island, because I'm going to be at that music festival. It's going to be lit. Gonna be lit. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful Friday. Have a